This is so. First of all, good morning, everyone. It is absolute pleasure and honor to invite you to this beautiful meeting on communication and people skills. And you know how communication and people skills are very important, are very crucial, right? So today we will be talking more on what is communication skills and what is people why we need communication and people skills. That would be the first thing we will talk about, and then we will talk about what is communication skills, what is people skills, and then we will see how we can gain that communication and people skills, and how we can apply in our day-to-day life. So those would be the 4 points we are going to touch. Again, I'm telling you, the first thing is why communication and people skills are important, what is communication and people skills, and then third, how we can gain how we can hone people skills, and how we can apply in our day-to-day life. So pretty simple. Agenda is pretty simple, but I let me tell you this. Today only 2% of people in this world are a powerful communicator. That's the fact. 98% people are nowhere in terms of communication, and I personally feel I am one among them. And it takes with a lot of hard work, a lot of communication comes with lots and lots of practice, lots of hard work, and desire to learn, a desire to grow. So today, I'm going to simply lay out what I know about communication, and trust me, whatever I'm going to share it today, everything is my own personal experience. Because Sakti, you have seen me evolving as a leader, in I would say last 6 7 years. So it does not come in one day, but still I'm working for it, and I have been making it. So I'm going to talk more about my experiences, what I think about communication and people skills, and how you can hone it, right? Let me ask one question. Aniket, if you can mute yourself, a lot of background, you know, if you can mute yourself. All right, I'm muted. Let me ask one question. What is communication skills, Sakti, according to you?
According to me, if you are able to share your ideas, present your ideas to the people, and they are able to receive your message,
Mm.
right? That is your communication skills. Means to communicate your ideas effectively, right? In a better way.
Yeah,
That is the skill.
exactly. That's a great answer, but looking more into specific. Definitely, we will go over it. But before we understand that what is communication skills, in any phase in life, what I feel is, rather than saying that what is rich, right? uh, why we want to be rich, right? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. So for example, before thinking about what is communication skills or how we can gain communication skills, the question which we should be asking is why we need communication skills, why we need people skills, right? And though these two, communication and people skills, both are interlinked. We think like both are different things, but not. Both are interlinked. If you are a powerful communicator, you have a better chance to be a good leader. And leadership has a lot to deal with people skills. So when I think about communication and people skills, it is important, not in business, right? Not in job, but also in relationship, also at your surroundings, right? Because what I feel is, as Sakti has mentioned, if you have great ideas and if you are not able to communicate it effectively, right, then you, you won't get recognition. You don't get acknowledgement on what you do, correct? So think about this. Sakti is a release manager, right? So whatever work his team is doing or whatever he is doing, right, senior management will never understand what they are doing. The only way they will understand is through stand-up meetings, right? That is where people has to come and speak on their work, right? So that is the one thing. No matter how hard you are working on the background, but if you are not able to present, means you are not there, And if you look at any industry, not in software industry, any industry across the world, people who have great communication skills and people skills are highly paid. You can't think about the salaries they are getting at leadership, across the industry, irrespective of whether they have the technical skills or not, but because of leadership, like, they are getting very high paid. So that's the reason I encourage all of you to work on your communication skills and people skills. And trust me, it takes blood and sweat. It takes years of practice to gain that communication skills. So that's the one thing. The other thing is, um, don't get discouraged, right? What I personally feel, Sakti, nowadays what is happening is you have a lot of social media influencer who are talking about, hey, you should be taking my course to gain communication skills and people skills, right? But I feel like most of, I would say 80% of them are crap, and that's the fact, right? For example, if I have seen people who have zero communication skills, and they are selling the course on communication skills. So I want you to understand, I want you to see, for example, if I'm speaking something, right? If I'm speaking something, I'm not speaking about how to make money in stock market, right? Because that is not my area of expertise. All I'm talking about is leadership, communication, people skills, software skills, technology, right? Goal setting, because those are the areas I'm great at, and I'm a live example. I have worked for it, so I'm speaking from my own credentials, right? So whenever you are listening to somebody about talking about communication skills anywhere on the internet, try to understand what they have achieved in their life, whether they have taken, whether they have learned it, or they are just speaking on something else, right? So that's very important to understand. As Sakti, as we have mentioned, like communication skills, right? Communication skills is an art. If you think about swimming, right? If you think about cycling, those are the skills you can learn or unlearn yourself, correct? So for example, if you want to be a good swimmer, what do you have to do? You just have to dive into water, go to swimming pool and start swimming, right? Take some lessons and start swimming. Same applies to communication skills. If you want to be a powerful communicator, what you have to do? You have to just you have to get first environment, and try to get in the right set of people. So for example, try to, if you observe people who are powerful communicator, one day you will be a powerful communicator. It's very simple. That's how I do. For example, if any area, if I want to work on, I see people who are very successful in that field, and I try to copy their, simply imitate their footsteps. Is It is as simple as it is. For example, let's say if I have to make a biryani, right? From a Hyderabad. So why I should go and invent my own recipe? I have plenty of recipe on the internet, right? So I can go ahead and look at the recipe which is most viewed, or which has something to offer to me. Same thing works in communication skills. So for communication skills, what I personally feel is your intentions should be right. Actually, you need to have that hunger for to grow, a hunger for, to hunger to say yourself that, hey, I want to be a powerful communicator, I want to be a powerful communicator. That should be your motto. Because the more you tell to yourself that I should be a powerful communicator in the internal world, right, inside your soul, same thing will happen outwards, right? When we think positive, all the positive things start happening in the life, correct? So that's how we should be thinking about communication skills. The second thing is people skills, right? Can anybody tell, like, what is people skills? Anybody? Hira, you can also tell, if you know, or anybody. What do you think about Prakash, people skills? All right.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
According to me, people skill is to just as a leader, you need to means you require a good communication skill so
Yes.
that you can lead your team, right?
Ex-
Whatever things you have communicated, and make sure that whatever things you have communicated to your people, team members or people, they are able to understand and they are able to finish it.
Exactly. Uh, that's the good way to look at it. Prakash, you were telling something.
Actually, people skills,
Mm-hmm.
it is the platform of, interaction.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So when I think about people skills, right, I think about all the leaders, all the great leaders who have made the mark in the industry. So, for example, today I'm a software engineer three, right? So I deal with certain set of people, right? So when I have to sell my ideas, when I say ideas, my work, right, to people, then I have to understand what they think. So people skill is nothing but a kind of circle where you have to connect people. And when you are a leader, right, it when you are a leader, it is your primary responsibility to connect people anywhere. If you are not good with people skills, it is definitely going to be harder to for you to lead a team, correct? And don't think about leadership. A lot of I see a lot of confusion, about leadership nowadays. You don't need to have a official designation to become a leader. Okay, you don't have to be a team lead, you don't have to be a manager to become a leader. You can lead yourself. You can lead your family, you can lead your people around you. And when you deal with people, right, there will be conflicts, correct? So people skill is just managing those conflicts. People skill is about understanding people, understanding emotions, understanding the psychology of human being, right? All of us are getting motivated because of some or other things. So to understand what other person wants from me, right, that's very important in terms of people skills. Because like if you don't understand, right, if you are giving a presentation at your workplace, right, and if you don't know about your audience, how you are going to connect with him? It's not possible, because you don't have technical audience all the time. Sometimes you have people who are not that technical, right? To get into that frame of mindset, you need to have people skills. So we have talked enough about what is people skills, what is communication skills. Coming to how we can learn communication skills, how we can hone communication skills, right? So I personally feel, I mean, you can correct me. I personally feel, if I want to be a powerful communicator, so when I connect with people, people say that this guy is good at heart. That is the first thought they have, that this guy is very good at heart and he gets things done, right? So that kind of confidence, to build that kind of confidence, right, is it takes a lot of courage. And how it comes? So the first thing what I feel is, what you have to think about is, if you want to be a powerful communicator, you need to be a good human being. That cannot be denied. I personally believe in that, because whatever you think, right, inside your heart, same words comes outside. So if you are thinking all the time negative, right, about yourself or about people, you will be speaking a negative word outside. So make sure that you are a good human being, and make sure that you understand that, hey, what it takes to become a good human being, right? To respect people, or to just honor the commitments you have made to yourself or to the people. That's the number one thing. The second thing is, if you see like how to hone that communication skill, the second thing what you should be doing is try to connect with people who are powerful communicator. I would say again, try to connect with people who are a powerful communicator. And you don't need to have that people in your surrounding. So for example, Prakash, if you are in Sivar, right, you can think about 5 people who have excellent communication skills across the world, not in Sivar or Sitamari. Write down their names on a piece of paper and then ask yourself a question. What is the quality they have which I don't have right now? Okay, what is the routine they follow to for a powerful communicator? What are the things they do? If you write these 3 questions, if you write on a piece of paper, what is the one skill they have I don't, how they prepare, right? What is their daily routine, how they are becoming a powerful communicator. If you write these 3 things, trust me, that will be your first step towards your journey. I do that. I have list of 5 people on in my diary. I wrote the 5 people who are excellent in, not in terms of communication, in life, right? So and when I look at my diary, I am like, okay, these are the people I admire, right? Because you need to have inspiration in your life, right? So when I connect with people, I don't connect just with software engineers. I don't connect with people who are at my level. I try to connect 2 level higher at least. When I connect with people, I connect with people who are principal software engineer in IT industry. And becoming a principal software engineer is I won't say like impossible, but it is next to impossible. But it depends upon the organization, right? Becoming a principal software engineer in TCS can be different than becoming a principal software engineer at Kroger or any other company, not to name. So that's the one thing you'll be doing. The second thing, if you want to become a powerful communicator, what you have to do is have an accountability partner. Okay, that really helps. So for example, when you say that you have 3 goals, right, to become a powerful communicator, have a partner. So just be open or transparent with your partner that, hey, these are the 3 communications, these are 3 steps I'm going to take today to gain my communication skills, right? That I'm going to study for 5 hours, or I'm going to do 10 things to gain communication skills. You have to communicate your intention with that person, accountability partner. It can be your wife, it can be your friend, it can be this group, like what we are doing here, or it can be anybody. But you should be very honest with him. You should be sharing in writing with him that these are the things I want to work on. And then you will be having a weekly call with him to understand how much you have finished. When you have an accountability partner, the chances of yours being successful is more. Again, and what I personally believe is communication is two-way, right? It is not just one way, it is two-way. So for example, if I'm communicating with Prakash, right, that he is not in a project right now, he should be allocated in a project, correct? So when I communicate with him, right, I can't tell him that, hey, Prakash, join the project, right? I will understand that why he is not in project and how he can be in project, correct? So that is very important, to understand the other person in communication. Because what will happen is, if you try to communicate your ideas, and if it is not received the way it should be received, it is not a powerful communication. So whenever I try to connect with all of you, right, because I am in that zone, or we are almost in the same age, so we understand our life better, right? So that's very important. The fourth thing is, if you want to be a powerful communicator, you need to read a lot. You need to read a lot. If you see all great successful people, right, reading is the one skill you can't ignore. And trust me, like, I can't imagine people are not reading at all, but I feel like reading opens your eyes. Personally, for me, I felt like reading has taught me a lot of things in my life, a lot about communication, a lot about leadership, right? So, for example, if you want to be a powerful communicator, why can't you start reading a book which is awesome on communication skills? Books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, books like Skill with People, books like Everybody Communicates and Few Connects, right? So when we are done with this session, I will try to list down all the books which are powerful in terms of communication. You can just either read it and learn from that. But trust me, book reading is something you can't ignore. And don't think about just reading 2 or 3 pages, like, why can't you devote like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes to read it? Because if you see this Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, all of them are have one quality, which is kind of reading skills. They read a lot. The fourth thing in communication is, you need to practice, practice, and practice. You need to practice, practice, and practice. So what happens is, like, when you are trying to communicate, right? What I do personally is if I have stand-up call, if I have stand-up call, no matter how busy I'm at work, I'm at my home, early morning, I will write everything I'm going to speak on a piece of paper. That I know that I have been working in the industry for 10 years, so I know myself. I know what to communicate, but I still don't take the chance. I just write on a piece of paper like, hey, this is the work I did yesterday. This is what I'm planning to do today. So I'm ahead in the game. I'm ahead in the game of corporate ladder, right? I don't have to fumble or think about the words during that time. Make sense? Is it clear, or we are I'm making sense, or is it like too deep? Prakash or
No,
anybody, Hira?
that's good.
Okay, cool. That's very important. The second thing is,
Makes
Sakti
sense.
or anybody, try to make environment work for you, right? So for example, if you are trying to practice communication skills, build that environment. Like, be a part of a group where communication is emphasis. I have already talked about Toastmasters International. It's a great platform. You can join it. Nowadays in COVID, you have a lot of meetings online where you can join it free of cost, those Toastmaster International meeting, and see how they present their ideas. You can learn from them, right? How to use vocal variety, how to use hand gestures, how to use body language, everything they will teach you from scratch, you know so that is the other thing. The second, what I feel personally is, the last thing is, you have to move beyond your excuses if you want to be a powerful communicator. You can't say that I'm busy, I'm doing 10 things or 20 things. I feel like we have millions of excuses in our life, honestly, and those excuses, trust me, has no valid reasons for it. I personally don't have any excuse if I want to work on something, and I encourage you to do the same thing. When I was practicing my communication skills, I used to practice my speech in parking lots. In when I have my kind of lunch hours, right? My colleagues will go for lunch. They will spend 30 minutes there eating lunch, chit chatting. What I would do is I will go to the parking lot in my office, and then I will there is a mirror. I will practice in front of mirror my speech 10 times. Or I will ask a coworker who is an American citizen, hey, can you have a lunch with me? He will be like, yeah, let's go for it. And then we will go to parking lots. We will spend 5 minutes on a lunch, and then I will tell him, can you listen to my speech? I want to practice communication skills, right? I don't give excuse that, hey, I have things going on, right? So that is another thing. The second last thing is, you have to practice both written as well as oral communication skills, because both are important. And no matter, like, you are in industry, right? So in software industry or any industry, in anywhere, right, you need to write emails, you need to write messages, correct? Or you need to communicate your ideas. So for oral communication, you have to be in the environment. You need to be connecting with the right people, positive people. But for the written communication skills, there is only one way: read a lot. So when you read a lot, you kind of understand how others are writing it, how other people will write. Because I have learned personally a lot about writing, because I was never into writing, but I read a lot of content, lots and lots of book which is on my background, and that has made me a beautiful writer, where I can think about, okay, if I'm writing on communication, right, or what are the things I should be pointing it out, what is my audience. So that also matters a lot. The last thing is, no matter if you follow these tips, the only thing is you will always fall back. So the only thing which will keep you alive is your self-discipline. I'm telling you again, more than goals, self-discipline is important in life. Trust me. I'm telling you, the self-discipline is very important. For example, I slept at 3 a.m. last night, and I woke up at 7, because I know that this is important for me, because I have to present my ideas to this group, right? So I didn't had that excuse that, hey, I slept for 4 hours, so I should not be getting up at 7, right? I had the choice. I could have woke up at 8:30 or 9:30 and come here without preparation, right? But I won't do that, because I feel like If I'm presenting, if I'm selling some ideas, your life should get better from me, right? And that is where you trust me, right? You are here, you are spending time because I have done something in my life in terms of communication or leadership or in software industry, right? You have that kind of faith in me. So when you are communicating your ideas, what I will, the ground rule for communication is never give false promises. If you give false promises, people will not trust you in family or in business. So if you cannot do it, don't commit to it. Like, don't commit at all. Be honest, because honest people are appreciated everywhere. And maintain an integrity. So when you said that I'm work on to my goal is to work on these 5 goals, try to work on it, without anybody saying it. So if you don't work on it, uh, people will not trust you. This is very simple thing. If you tell yourself that for the next 10 days I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m. every day, right? You do it for 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. But if you don't continue it for you don't continue it for 10 days, your mind will say that, hey man, you can't wake up at 7 a.m. You don't need any motivation for it, right? This is the simple thing you can do. You don't need anybody, you don't need an interview for that. But if you cannot make it, how you will tomorrow you will be a multi-millionaire? Your subconscious mind will ask you. So that's the reason you have to honor your commitment. You need to honor your self discipline. And in terms of communication, what I feel is never lie, and never give excuses. I will give you some example. So for example, here, when you are a leader, that is very important to lead by example. I mean, I'm here in this group, right? I'm leading the group. You have not seen even a single day where I don't share my goals and how I did the progress, right? Am I a superhuman being? No. But I know that if I'm leading somebody, I have to lead by example, right? If I'm telling somebody to share the goals, right? Or share the ideas, I should be doing it first. If I don't do it, how people will trust me, right? And in life, what I feel, Prakash or anybody, this is a very fact. Small things are the big things. I repeat it again. Small things are the big things. The amount of time I have spent on myself, that has increased my income by 100%. I have seen that. In the last 2, 3 years, I have doubled my income. Not because I have honed a lot of technical skills. All that I already have. I'm an engineer, but my strength is my communication skills, because people trust me, because people know that he is very enthusiastic. If he commits something, he go beyond the miles. So I request all of you to think about this in terms of communication, and start taking actions today. Honor the commitment. If somebody, if you have committed to somebody that I will deliver this file at 5 p.m., try to deliver it at 5 p.m. If you don't do it, people will again not trust you. And if not 5 p.m., if for some reason if you are not able to do it at 5 p.m., just write a message like, hey, I'm sorry, I could not do it at 5 p.m., can you give me some more time, right? And out of 100 people, I would say 95 people will appreciate that. Because when you apologize on your mistakes, right, you are taking kind of responsibility, personal responsibility, that this is my responsibility, I should have done it. Make sense? So this was like little bit about communication and people skills. We will be having one more session where we will talk about presentation skills. So when you have ideas, 10 ideas how to present, how to write, how to have a good PowerPoint presentation, and we will go from there. But trust me, this is the skills you need it at every place, and it takes a lot to be a powerful communicator. Nobody can educate. There is no dedicated course for this. All you have to do is understand and practice it. If you do, you will be successful. And I personally feel that I have told you guys so many times that you can take a horse to a river. You can take a horse to a river, but you can't make him drink water. To drink water, he need to have thirst, he need to have desire, right? He need to have hunger for more, right? And that is the hunger that is waking me up at 7 a.m. every day, irrespective of Saturday and Sunday, right? Because I have the hunger not to just like, earn more dollar and keep, my account growing. No, not at all. I have done that. I have already done that. I'm I have passed that phase. But right now, what is driving me is to get the respect, right? When people, yeah, go ahead, Hira.
Your how much you are working, your face is saying you are so tired.
But I'm tired, but I have the energy, right? In the yeah, that's right. In the last 6, 7 days, I have maintained a good kind of habit or routine. What I'm telling you is, if you want to gain respect in this in any industry, right, you need to work hard. You need to work hard, because like when people will trust you only when you work hard, when you take responsibilities, right? So yesterday my wife was telling me, that you told me that you will be watching a dancing show, so you have already studied for 6 hours. I studied for 6 hours, straight 6 hours on a Saturday, right? And in evening, I taught her driving for 1 hour. So she can drive car right now. I'm very happy for her. At least she will be able to drive, after 15 days. And after that, like I got fresh. And then, she was like, can we watch a dance show? So, and then I'm like, let me focus on something, So she's like, that's okay. We have already done a lot in life. I'm like, no, if you want to gain respect, you need to work hard, you don't have to stop at it, right? We always have to chase big dreams and big goals, trust me. And if we do that, Hira, we are not making ourselves better, but we are setting good example for society. We are setting good,
True,
for
true.
example, if Sakti is working hard, right? It is not that he is just earning money, right? He is getting respect in his company, right? His family will be very proud on him, correct? And then his wife will be like, Sakti is working hard, I can learn from Sakti. Same applies to you, Hira, right? Your sisters or your family will look you as a role model, right? So we should be
Right, right.
taking a personal responsibility. For example, Prakash is now has joined TCS, right? He is the first guy from his family who has joined a job. So his family has some expectation
Congratulations.
from him. Yeah,
Congratulations, Prakash.
Prakash,
Thank you
congratulations.
again.
Right. Yeah, congratulations from all of us. You are in TCS, and we hope that you will keep the momentum. And he is doing good. He is sharing his goals and all, So I request all of you to just like focus on communication skills first, and try to set goals for yourself. That is the only thing you will keep you motivated in life. Trust me. Today you will think, we always think that money will drive us. Not at all. After a certain point in life, money will be just in your bank account. All you need is just hunger, not to eat a lot of food, but hunger or desire to grow in life. If you have that hunger, you will keep rolling in this industry or anywhere in the world. Trust me. I hope our conversation helps little bit on getting motivated about communication, and don't keep this advice just to communication skills. Apply in all areas of life, trust me, because when you gain more skills, Hira, or anybody, when you learn more, right, you are more knowledgeable. And if you have more knowledge, you will be more asset to this world, correct? So this was little bit, and I hope it is helpful. And I request all of you to try to just write some goals for the month of May, even 10 goals or 5 goals. And I feel like if you don't get like what to write, you can see some other people who are sharing their goals, and try to share the goal, and share the practice it, and every day just tell a group that, hey, these are the 2 goals I'm going to work on, right, today, that these are the 5 commitments I'm going to do it. So if you do more, right, if you commit and if you do more, your mind will respect you, and you will gain a lot of respect in your mind. And if your mind will respect you, right, you will achieve a lot of success in your life. And that's what we hope for. So when I kind of like ask you to share the goals, right, that I have no intention to just kind of like shout on you or yell at you, not at all. Trust me, there are 100 people who are successful, but only few people care for you genuinely. Only few people are ready to give you the time. So I request that you take this opportunity and make it big actually. And we are sure, like, share the goals for the month of May. Write some big goals, like 5-10 big goals, and don't be afraid of failure, and we will achieve it for sure. Okay, we will achieve it for sure, and we
Sure,
will
sure.
connect like this meeting every Saturday or Sunday. All right, this timing is good, right?
All right.
70.
Yeah. Good time.
Definitely, and try to have a
Sure.
one-on-one meeting also, right? Try to set up one-on-one meeting. My calendar is pretty good, so you can send me email and we will go from there. Thank you so much,
Yeah, sure.
everybody, for joining, and we will get through it. Okay, have a good night.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Good night.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.